So, one, I don't know if it's going to rain soon, but I'm going to give Superman a chance. I don't know if this is a good idea, a bad idea. I don't know if it makes sense, but I do think it's a good idea to judge things on your own and not follow a crowd.
Citizen.
Whoa. The silent treatment, eh?
Out of Superman. Right? Out of Superman. We gotta talk. So, I'm getting this up late, it seems. Sorry. Because I ruminated on this for a good while. There was a lot of rumination. I didn't have time to wash my shirt. Let's put it that way. I saw the movie on Thursday. It is now Saturday. But I figured continuity-wise, we'd want the same shirt. I had to think about this a lot. First of all, we'll go with cast, right? And I'll try to do non-spoilers for the beginning. David Cornsweet played a type of Superman. He reminded me more of a younger Clark, not Superman. I don't think in any part of this movie did he have the Superman vibe or aura. Maybe one part, but he was a little bit too emotional. And I don't know, if you go into an argument with someone, right? When is screaming ever the good side, right? And I mean like good in terms of morality. I mean the one that's in power. I just think of like Superman the animated series. The first time Superman sees Lex.
I'm afraid we already have a window washer.
You have the stoic, quiet Superman floating outside the window. No ego, no talking, just silence. And that unhinges and gets to Lex. Here we have a brash, arrogant Superman that for being 3 years into being Superman, this is like a year, like not a year one, but like a year two story, similar to like the Batman. But 3 years into being Superman, and he's that emotional? And I'm not saying Superman isn't emotional, but like he's reserved and controlled because he has to be. Because Superman could destroy everything if he got emotional. Like, patience is Superman's biggest power. He is patient. And I just think that was missing from David Cornsweet's performance. He brought in the golly gee Williker. He brought in that type of Superman vibe, which is fine. That's fine. Superman should be like Captain America. He should be someone that is not of a time, but is timeless. In the way he acts, the way he treats people. All of that should be timeless. And that's not really what we're getting with this. The Lois Lane approach, I don't know. Lois Lane saves Clark in this. And there's not one time Clark saves Lois. And that just feels off, right? Like, it just kind of feels off. I appreciate her character, and I guess they're trying to play the army brat angle a little bit more in this one than previous versions, which is similar to Smallville. But I don't know. Something about her, like, the way I see it is they were together for 3 months in this movie. when did he tell her his secret? At what point in time did he tell her? Because they use the like hypno glasses in this, and it's just like, well, when, how, like 3 months to tell someone your biggest secret is kind of quick. Like that's really, really quick. Like you're still in the talking stage. And she already says that she's bad with relationships, and like the naivety of Clark, like he just seems like a not intelligent Superman. Not dumb, but like almost like a homeschooled kid or something. I don't know. My apologies to homeschool kids out there. Let's talk about Lex, because that's like your big three there: Lois, Clark, and Lex. Lex kind of reminded me of Jesse Eisenberg, but less menacing. Lex was like, I don't know. The whole calling out commands to have Ultraman, which is Clark's clone, fight it. Why? Like, that's just like B4, D3, 42F. Like, you're gonna tell me that's quicker than like programming it into this clone? I don't know. This movie, I will admit there were fun parts of it. I can admit that. There were fun parts of this movie. There's also a lot of meh. I think, was it in...
Breeze was underwhelmed. Why isn't anyone ever just whelmed?
This is whelmed. It's like also the... Here's a shiny thing, look at the shiny thing, and that's the whole movie. Shiny thing, shiny thing, shiny thing. Alright, I'm just spoilering things now. Yeah, I am. They destroyed Jor-El and Laurel. And anyone trying to say, well, they did it once in one comic book, oh! Like, come on. You use the established canon that everyone agrees upon. You want to do it Elseworlds? Fine, in Elseworlds. But everyone knows the established canon for Jor-El and Laurel. Superman's biological parents should be not used to make him have a crisis of what he is. And I know it was done in Smallville. I know it was. But that's a TV show. A TV show has more time to breathe. And that was just a test. In the TV show, where you knew there was going to be continuation. I'm sorry, that type of thing, no bueno. No bueno. Let's talk about the Justice Gang. Nathan Fillion with a great Guy Gardner. I think James Gunn is perfect for Guy Gardner. I think James Gunn is perfect for Blue Beetle and Booster Gold. James Gunn is not good for Superman. Superman needs to be earnest. And Superman should not be screaming when he's trying to get a point across. He is the strongest being on the planet. A strong person does not need to be screaming. What is the saying always? It's always the quiet ones. The fear. You're afraid of the quiet person. Doctor Who. Who do they fear? Everyone fears where a good man goes to war. That's Clark. That's Superman. Let's talk about the end. The last line of the movie. Sorry for some bad language. The last line of the movie. The last thing of the movie is what? Kara Zor-El, Clark's cousin, calling him a little bitch. Like, come on. There's no respect given to the Superman in his own universe besides from Lois and one random Indian dude. Ma and Pa Kent are treated weird. They're like country bumpkins, which I don't think they've ever been portrayed as being stupid or simple. They're normally like oracles of wisdom. I don't know. I had to think about this movie a lot. I really, really did. And This is a much inferior version of Superman than Man of Steel in terms of pretty much all the characters. I believed Lois finding out who Clark is in Man of Steel because she finds out. It's not like Clark telling her. You don't even see that in this of any way that how Lois knows. They just decided to be dating for 3 months. I don't think this is the type of hero. We don't need a full origin, but we need a year one, if that makes sense. This is coming into a story midway through. You need to have a establishing thing of something for Superman to establish the tone. The beginning scene is him being beaten. He is beaten throughout the whole movie until Krypto saves him. Because guess what? If Krypto wasn't there, Lex's Camera's giving the command because he spent 3 years studying Clark's fighting. I don't know. Like, this is... I understand why some people might like it, and it's good on you for liking it, but this is probably one of the worst well-polished superhero movies that does like 70 to 60% of the things right. Maybe. I've only seen it once. I'm not seeing it again. It looks like from people I respect, the more you watch it, the more worse it gets. So I'm already putting it at 5.5 out of 10. Like, it's 5.5 Zords. You can't even get, like, it's not even a passing grade. I wouldn't mind seeing David Cornsworth as Superman again. You need someone like Joseph Kosinski from Top Gun Maverick and F1. Someone who understands how to create classic stories with heart and earnest feelings and not a bunch of comedy to break any type of serious tone in the movie. Superman is kind. He's earnest. He's not dumb. He's not emotional. He doesn't rage out. I just think also the typing monkeys and the super shit thing pissing him off. Most incarnations of Superman have Clark being bullied and he can't do anything because if he did, he would unalive someone or seriously hurt them because he is the most powerful being on the planet. So I say, go watch Man of Steel. Go watch Lois and Clark's The Adventures of Superman. Go watch Superman the Animated Series. Go watch Smallville. Go watch Christopher Reeve's Superman. Any of those are better Superman stories. Shoot, go watch My Hero Academia. All Might is a better Superman than this Superman. You can show weakness without making him be beaten all the time. Because guess what? His weakness is his humanity because he cares about people. You don't need to make him be beaten physically. You need to put things in danger, in peril. Make it a hard thing for him to save people. That's what you do. One other thing. The random Indian, I think, person who helps Superman up, which Lex brings in to do a sort of a Russian roulette interrogation scene. You want to make a more brave decision, a brave move. You want to make the thing stand out. That should have been Pa Kent. You should have had Pa Kent in there with Superman being kryptonite poisoned by Metamorpho, and Superman couldn't do a thing. Kal-El couldn't do a thing. Clark couldn't do a thing. And there you have Pa Kent being unalived by Lex. Talk about giving Superman, and then you You build his character with him not killing Lex, him restraining himself against harming Lex, him growing. This Superman does not grow as a character at all through this movie. The fact that this Superman reminds me of Rey Skywalker is a bad thing. This is the Force Awakens of Superman films. A lot of people are saying they like it. A lot of people are liking it. But in hindsight, later on, I predict they'll see that it wasn't as good and there's some rose-colored glasses and a lot of Snyder hate on the internet. So that's my review. A little bit longer than some of my other ones. But I say stay foolish, everyone. Also keeping my little Lex Luthor look. But stay foolish, everyone. And did you see Superman? Comment below your thoughts. And let's see what you think. I might be a little bit harsh, but it's a mid movie in the most mid way. And yeah. Bye.